A couple of explanations on, first of all, creating the neckline. Now we've used lace to obviously create this neckline. It's a similar neckline to the one that I did for the orange and white dress, and on that we just used a double folded Banarsi fabric. On this we're using a single layer of lace on top and a double folded piece of fabric underneath. So the underneath fabric is just a plain pink that I've used, and basically cut slightly wider than the lace. Now this is the actual lace that I've used, and what I've done is about a centimeter wider than this. I've cut it about an inch wider, and then folded over, pressed it, halved it, stitched the lace onto the base fabric, and then seamed the two laces together to create, and just left enough of a neckline opening. Okay, and this hopefully we're going to attach to the next step is to attach to the dress and the lining. That's the lining, folded in half, centered. The dress itself again centered and ironed, pressed into place, and then we layer these on top of each other absolutely evenly. If you need to, just place a couple of pins in this so that it doesn't move out of place when you're cutting out. Okay, and then what we're going to do is take the lace. Now we're going to place it just a little bit low because I want to get quite a long effect to this, and the top of this is going to get cut for where we're going to attach the just bear in mind this is going to go around, and we're going to cut into this to add the galati gala. So in actual fact it's going to come around about here, and this is the half. So what we're going to do is just mark that and mark it at the top, and then do fold it over a few marks just so we know. And then if we take this away, we're just going to join all these marks. The last thing we want is we don't want to cut it overly wide, because then we won't have fabric to compensate for that. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, we're going to cut into this. Take out the pins. Lay this open and seam the two together so that both your lining and the are two attached. Okay, and once we've attached this, we're going to proceed to attaching the cutout insert. Now, as I've mentioned before, in case any of you missed this, we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to face both of these towards each other, and we're going to do a seaming that's going to connect just at the bottom, and then our next seaming is just going to come marginally on the outer side of this initial seaming, and we turn that around and hopefully have this attached, and then we're going to cut into, press this, and hopefully that will be the neckline attached.